Hey everybody, so I just put this little video together to walk you through the initial stages and the initial steps of the project this week. This is depict land use change with time animation. So when you come here on our course site, you're just clicking this link and this link is going to take you to this project. So the first thing you do, and by the way, you'll notice it says this tutorial is currently undergoing maintenance. So if you don't see everything as it shows on the instructions, don't worry, just do the best you can. As they said, we apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. It's not really causing any inconvenience. Most of it is just fine still. So here's the outline, and let's start at the very beginning. The first thing you're doing is signing on to your ArcGIS organizational account. You can just simply click on the link. It opens up ArcGIS Online. I'm logging in. And so I should be able to log in, and here I am. This is my account. So I'm just going to pull my tab out really quickly so I can see the instructions at the same time. So now it says on the ribbon, click Map. So I'm clicking on Map. And this takes you into the new Map Viewer. For this particular project, you're still using Map Viewer Classic. And you'll note here, this tutorial uses Map Viewer Classic. So you just come on up here, click on Open in Map Viewer Classic, and it's going to get you to the proper window now, which is the Classic one. Then in the search box to the upper right, you're typing in Samud Sangram, THA. All I usually do is I'll just highlight this, copy it, then I'll come to the find address and I'll paste it and click return, and it's going to take me to exactly where we need to be. I'm going to close this pop-up by clicking on the X, and I'm just going to move forward. I don't need to mess with any of the zooming because this is fine. This is a good visual for me. So now we see our window looks like this window. It's matching up fairly well. And now what we're going to do is add the multispectral Landsat data. First thing we want to do is change our base map to light gray canvas, which is this step. So you just come on up here, click base map, and then find light gray canvas and click on that. And now we change our canvas to a nice light gray. There's a reason for this. It just displays the Landsat imagery a little bit better. Next step is we click on Add, and we want to go to our Living Atlas. So we click Add, Browse Living Atlas Layers. So this is the one we want. And then from here, we want to search for multispectral. So again, I'm just going to highlight multispectral, copy it, paste it into my search window, press return, and the first one that pops up, Multispectral Landsat by ESRI, that's the one we want to add. So we're just going to press the plus button here. It's going to add it, and you can see that we have our multispectral Landsat information. Coming along now to step 5, we're clicking on this back arrow, and it gets us back to this particular menu. What we really want to see is the contents pane. So I'm going to click on this middle one, which gives us the contents. And you can see we've got our multispectral Landsat, and we have our light gray canvas. Now you come forward, and what we want to do is remove any filters that we might have on this Landsat imagery. And if we remove the filter, that's going to enable us to actually look at time-lapse imagery. So scroll over Multispectral Landsat, click on the filter button, which is this one, click on remove filter, and then that's all you need to do. Now we've removed the filter, and going forward, we should have access to all of the images that we need to take a look at. And again, nothing visible is going to happen, but again, by removing the filter, we're now going to have access to all imagery since the 1970s, which we can use to help visualize land changes over time. Next step is to save the map, which is always a really good idea. So I'm going to come here, click on Save. It says give a title, and again, it tells us what it wants us to put as a title. So I'm just going to highlight it, copy it, paste it. Now I've got my title. It then says add these various tags. So I'll add Thailand, copy, paste, return, historical, copy, paste, return, and then finally imagery, copy, paste, return. And so now I've added the tags. And for summary, this map is a collection of. So I'm going to, again, copy all of this and paste it. And that's going to be what I'm going to add. I've already done this once before, so I'm going to say that this is version 2 in my title. And now just click Save Map. It's automatically going to save in my KYANO folder. So I save the map. Now I can come back to it at any time. Next step is to show imagery over time, and it's made fairly simple with ArcGIS Online. All you need to do is come to your menu, and under multispectral Landsat, you're going to click on those three little dots, which gives you more menu items, and you're going to go all the way down to enable time animation. So we come here under multispectral Landsat, click on the three dots, go down here to enable time animation, and you'll notice that we now have a bar here with a timeline where the first set of imagery is July 24th, 1972 to July 24th, 1977. That's what that little block is. You'll notice I don't see any imagery at that point. That's okay. I'm not going to panic because that's what they show as well. Your map viewer turns a color such as white or blue because of an error in capturing the first image of this area. You don't need to worry about that. Again, all you're going to do is come down here next and you're going to click this play button. And when you click the play button, the timeline is going to play and it cycles through all the available images in chronological order. How many images are there? It looks like there's only 3 maybe. Well, let's click on play and see what happens. So we click on play and now we start to see our first image. Goes blank because there's not an image here. Now that's the second image. Now that's the third image. And so again, it's a time, oh, there's a fourth image. There's a fifth image. There's a lot of images here, or at least enough for us to do some really interesting change analysis. So that gets you to the historical imagery. The next thing you're going to do is configure the time animation tool. So again, just follow the instructions going forward and I think you'll be okay. But if you run into any problems or issues, questions you may have, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll try my best to walk you through them. And worst case scenario is I'll just make another video like this to provide additional assistance. Okay, thanks a lot. And once again, if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Take care. Bye-bye.